Hi, I'm trying this again. This is kind of sad for me because I just did a full half-hour live video and then I clicked finish and Facebook said you have to go live for at least 4 seconds in order to record a live video. And when all was said and done, I realized I recorded a 0-second video. I think that the problem was I didn't have enough storage on my phone to actually buffer the video or whatever. So we'll see. If no one jumps on here, I might pause to make sure I'm going this time. I don't have room on my desk for my computer, or I would have my computer here to make sure. But I'm going to go ahead and assume that I'm live. And then if I don't see any of those eyeballs come on that show that I'm live, then I might step out for a second just to see if there's anybody here. Because I didn't see any of those eyeballs last time, which makes me think that if I don't see them this time, it means something's wrong again. So anyway, hi, I'm Sarah Fleming, if you don't know. Prepare to Dye Paper Crafts is my blog. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is my weekly live video. And I'm going to be showing you, we're going to make this card today. This, I'm going to be showing you how to do this bit where you stamp underneath the cutout die. So we're going to cut out basically directly over the stamped image. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I did it on this card for a challenge last week. I won that challenge too. That was very exciting for me. So I did this last week, and you see how you have the B embossed right under where the cutout is? That is, that's kind of what we're doing today, except with the hot air balloons. And I didn't have it made before my last video, but now I have it made because I just made this video. So anyway, I'll show you. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you. And I might run out and ask my husband to check and make sure I'm live. Oh, I see an eyeball. Okay, so someone's on here. Can you comment and tell me that you're here so that I know for sure I'm going live? Because if I film this a second time and it doesn't upload for some reason, then I'm probably going to decide that I should just never do Facebook videos again, because every single one of them has turned out to be a disaster. So I was really excited because nothing went wrong in this video until I got to the end, and it said, your video must be 4 seconds long to upload it. And so I didn't record anything. So if you would please leave me a comment. You may be watching without sound, and that's okay. If you don't leave me a comment, that's fine too. But I would really... Oh, hi! Oh, hello, Pat. Patricia. Pat. Hello, Pat. Nice to see you. Okay, thank you for telling me that I actually am filming. So, okay, so I'm going to turn the thing around and we'll get started. So, oh, do you see my pretty green yarn? This is my friend Vivian hand dyes yarn, and she made that green yarn for me. She actually asked for my request, which yarn did I want? She made that for me for Christmas so that I can make a sweater. So she sent me this beautiful bespoke, it's called Sarah's Green yarn. Hillview Yarns is her store. So if you are into yarn crafts, that's my friend Vivian, and she's amazing. She has a wonderful eye for color. Okay, so again, we're going to make this, and actually we're going to make this. We're going to make this card using that same technique. So I'm going to show you how to do this. And first, I want to show you some other stuff I made this week and talk to you about my Stamp-A-Stack. I made this card, made this for Global Design Project Challenge, and that, oh, I got a special mention on that one too, so that was cool. And then, oh, so I want to show you the stamp set, because this is probably my all-time favorite baby stamp set now, because it's just adorable. This is Moon Baby, and look at the baby. I die every time I look at that. It's so cute. So there's that. I also made this because I'm the worst about sending cards out on time, and I have not sent out all of my thank you cards for when I had my 16-month-old baby. So I made that this week, and it'll be going out soon to one of the people who sent us a baby gift. Anyway, love that stamp set, Moon Baby. And then I made this week, and another version here. And the third version is actually going in my Stamp-A-Stack. So I'm doing a Stamp-A-Stack by mail. It is going to include this stamp set. This is big on birthdays, and the stamps are even bigger than they look because that picture can't hold them all. So this is how big they are. So we're doing this Stamp-A-Stack by mail. You get the stamp set, and then you get half a pack of I had them out here earlier. You get half a pack of the 2016 to 2018 enamel shapes. So these little buggers, they come in the 5 newest in colors. Oh, here it is. So you get 5 of these sheets, but you're going to get half. So you'll get 2.5 sheets. There'll be 5 different colors. So you're going to get that and the stamp set and the stuff to make 2 of each one of these cards. So you'll get the stuff to make 8 cards, and then there'll be a full color PDF tutorial. I'll do a video. So you'll have all the supplies for making 8 cards. This is one of them, and you'll make 2 of that one. And this little bee die cut will come with it too. And you'll make 2 of this one. You'll get all the embellishments, all the cardstock, any die cuts that you need. I threw in a masculine card here because you don't only send cards to girls. And then this one here, a little gift box on there. Thought that was cute. And I'll give you like a full tutorial on how to do this technique to make the multicolored thing. So you will need your own ink, you'll need your own blocks, and you'll need your own glue or tape runner. I will be sending you glue dots and dimensionals. Oh, and you'll need your own snips or scissors. But you'll get everything else, and I think the class is $50. I'm pretty sure it's $50. And then $7 shipping. But if you're local, you can pick it up for me, and you don't have to pay the $7. But so that's that class, and then my stamp camp is this Saturday, so if you're local, come to that. It's $15, and we make 5 projects. We're doing the box in a bag technique, so that's our only non-card project. And then we're doing a clean and simple, and we're doing a die-cut mask, die-cut masking. This is my techniques class, so we try a bunch of new stuff. And a lot of times I'm learning the technique too because I haven't done them before. Because I like to go through and learn a bunch of techniques that have been around for years and that I've never tried. So that's my technique class on Saturday. And then on the 25th is my card buffet. It's I'll have 10 designs. 5 will be birthdays and 5 will be thank yous. And then the other and you'll get to make however many of whatever design you want while supplies last. So I'll probably cut a certain amount of each card, and then I will and then when they run out, they run out. So you can make 10 of one card or 1 of all 10 cards, however you want to do it. So I love how like my disembodied hands are. I'm talking with my hands even though that's all you can see. It kind of looks ridiculous when you can't see like the person, but that's okay. So what else? Let me look at my list. I said all of this on my first video that didn't take for some reason. Card buffet. Oh yeah, and the card buffet, it's going to be $2.50 per card. And then and the more cards you make, you'll get a discount or whatever. Oh, if you're in Kyle or Buda or surrounding areas, I have a meetup group, so go to meetup.com and join my meetup group. We are doing, this month we're doing, that's if you want to do meetups. This month we're doing St. Patrick's Day banners. They're going to be a lot like my Valentine's Day banners. So, and that's on Friday night the 24th. So if you want to sign up for that, go join the meetup group and then you can RSVP. Or you can just email and tell me you're coming. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter. I'll put a link in this post. And I'll also put the supplies list for the cards that we're going to do. Oh, and one last thing is my product shares. So there are like a ton of new papers in the Occasions catalog. And if you would like to get some of each one, you would get a quarter pack of each of the new papers. Not the cardstock packs, but anything else. And that's $25 plus $7 shipping. But if I can hand deliver it to you, then you don't have to pay the shipping. And the same with the embellishments. If you want to get all the embellishments, you would get a quarter of each thing of embellishments, and that's $25. So it's a nice way to kind of build up your stash of paper and embellishments. So if you are interested in that, I'll put up links for signing up for those as soon as I make the links, because I actually don't think I've made my little subscription form for that yet. So, but anyway, we will get to the stamping now. And so we're going to make this. I've got basic black cardstock, and then we're going to make the balloons on Pool Party. And so the first thing I want to do, oh, actually, let me do this first. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is line up kind of where I want this balloon to go. And I kind of want them right here on the right edge of that one. So, oh wait, first, where's my embossing buddy? So I have this embossing buddy, and I had it for my first video, and I don't have it now. I must have chucked it somewhere when I was, because that sounds like me, when I was, you know, in a flurry filming my last video. So we're going to do it without the embossing buddy and hope there's just not a lot of static in the air right now. Okay, so I kind of want it right there, so I'm going to line up the die just to make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. I'm going to stamp with the die there. So that's where I want it, and I don't know if you can see that. This is Versamark. It's the watermark ink that you use for embossing. So, and then I'm just going to stamp a bunch of balloons around it to kind of make my own background. It's kind of it's a fun and easy and inexpensive way to kind of make your own designer series paper, because we're going to emboss this with clear embossing powder. But the most important thing is this balloon, so I want to give it some space. And I'm just kind of stamping wherever the moment takes me. It doesn't have to be perfect or in a grid or lined up any particular way. Just want to make sure that you get several on there, and one more here. So, and yeah, stamp off of the paper so that you get them all around the edges too, if you want. You could make yours however you want. So I'm going to emboss this, and here's my paper. I think my husband's out eating lunch and I forgot to close my door, so if y'all are hearing different noises, that's because Frank works at home now, which is awesome. And I mean, it really is, like, there's no commute time. And so this is clear embossing powder, and so I'm just sprinkling it on my whole card. And the cool thing about it, like, I'm down to about half a jar of embossing powder, but so it won't cover the whole card. But when I pick it up and do this, it kind of covers all the balloons. I want a little more on this balloon. So this is clear embossing powder. It's just going to come out shiny, and I'm going to try to blow all these little stray bits of embossing powder. And then if they don't come off, I have a paintbrush that I use to get them off. Just a second. Okay, so this one's going to need a paintbrush. It's got a little glob right here. But first I'm going to dump this back in. So I have on the floor right here. It's my display stamper box. So I got all the stuff last week for that I'm going to use from being a display stamper at our little convention in Shreveport, and I'm really excited. So I've seen all the new in colors, and I can't show you because I can't show anyone until after on stage and after the social media blackout is over. I'm just brushing off these stray bits of embossing powder because they're going to come through as a darker blue. So I just want to make sure there's nothing left. Okay. I might have a little smudge down there, we'll see. I might have smudged the ink or something on that one. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the heat tool, and you're going to see it get shiny and turn, well, that color. Fun. Okay, so now we have our background of balloons. I just love how it turns into just a different shade of the same color of paper, and it's shiny, it's glossy. So you have this matte cardstock with the little glossy balloons. I'm trying to get it's so dim outside today. It's been cloudy for weeks. I feel like I'm back in Idaho with the inversion because I feel like the sun hasn't been out here for a long time, but you can kind of see the little shiny bits. That's why I have my light on in my craft room, just because the sunlight wasn't enough today. Okay, so we're ready to cut out our balloon. Let me move stuff. Okay, I have to say, when I was filming this earlier, when it didn't film for some reason, I was kind of bummed because nobody was on here. It kept showing that I had 0 viewers, and I was like, well, everyone can just watch it on the replay who would normally watch. But I was really kind of down about it, and now I know that it's because I wasn't actually streaming on Facebook. So I was really glad to find that out. I was like, oh, I guess nobody wants to watch today. And I've lost my cutting plate again. Oh, there it is. I keep using my cutting plate. Okay, so I'm going to cut out a circle first. Oh, I have my little camera holder right up against the big shot. So sorry if I make you dizzy. Let me see if I can, there you go. Okay, so I've cut out my circle, and I use the Stitch Shapes framelits so you get that nice stitching around the edge. It just makes your card look so much more finished. I love it. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is line up where I'm going to cut. And what I'm doing, where'd my little thingy go? There it is. So I'm going to put my balloon kind of right there. And I'm going to put washi tape down on it just to make sure it stays in that spot. And then I'll take the washi off in a minute. And I'll be careful this time. Last time I was not careful and I tore my paper. When you take the washi tape off, it comes off pretty easily, but if you go too fast, you will rip your paper. So, I think there's where I want it. So I've lined it up over it, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push down with my finger and get an outline of this balloon. And so it's going to kind of give you an outline on the top. It's not a big impression, but it's enough of an impression that you can see it. And that's what we're trying to do. So I'm going to remove that.
And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put this die on top here. And make sure it's lined up. And then I'm washing it to that also. And I'm going to use another little piece of washi on this other side since it's kind of popping up right there. It doesn't have to, you don't need to push it down very much, just enough to hold it in place. And so now run that through. Oh, Sarah, I totally forgot to be slow and careful, and I ripped my paper. Okay, this is really strong washi. I've never had this much trouble with washi tape. So if you have this washi tape, this is the affectionately ripped it again. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to do another one of those because that's enough that it's going to make a difference. So let me just cut it real quick if I can find my cutting plate. And then we'll do this really quickly again. And I won't even talk while I do it because that'll probably slow me down. Okay. And I probably like threw my balloon off. Well, oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to not washi it this time on that side because that was apparently too much. I need this again. Do this. And get my little impression here. Yep, that's good. And then I will cut this again. Sorry about that. I just line it up right over that impression. And with a circle die, it's really not going to make that big a difference. If you're off a little bit, you can just turn your circle. But when I did it with the bees, I had my oval, and I wanted my oval to be kind of straight across. I didn't want it to be all cockeyed, so okay, there, that's better. And okay, no rips this time. Good. Oh, while we're here, I'm gonna stamp this little cloud and cut it out. Oh, so we're using, I didn't even tell y'all, we're using the Lift Me Up bundle. It's got the balloon stamps. I'll show you. Super cute bundle. And there's even matching celebration paper. So if you bought this, you're only like a few dollars away from getting a free celebration item because you get that and then all the dies in the bundle. And if you bought that, you're only a few dollars away from that. So add some dimensionals or something, you'd probably get to 50. And then you get a free celebration item. And one of the celebration items is the balloon paper. So it's this pack of designer series paper that is just gorgeous. And where'd my cloud go? There it is. Okay, I'm just going to cut this cloud real quick. So, because we're going to put this on our label. Still don't know what happened. When I did the video the first time, I don't know what happened to my other cutting plate. This was just an extra one I had sitting on my desk, and I don't know what is it. So I've got my cloud, and I think that's all the cutting. So I'm going to put the Big Shot back, and also close my ink pad. I get super, like when I watch other people do videos, I get really nervous when they leave their ink pads open. I'm like, close your ink pad. You're gonna get smudges. Okay, so here's my card base. And I'm gonna sponge this before I put my little thing on top, but let's see. Have it lined up. Yeah, with the circle, it's not as big a deal, but so now I've got my circle there, right over my balloon. Works really nicely. I'm going to put on probably way too many dimensionals, but that's my thing. I use a lot of dimensionals. They're cheap. I don't really, I just don't like for my cards to cave in. Like, I don't like for my recipient to get them and and it's flat. I don't like to send flat cards. Occasionally I send flat cards, but it kind of gives me anxiety to send flat cards. Okay, so that's going to look great. But first let's sponge the edges of this, because it really kind of it softens. When you sponge the edges in the same color as your cardstock, it really just kind of softens your edge, especially you're coming off a black cardstock, which can be kind of a heavy contrast. So this kind of just softens it for you. We're playing Beat the Clock right now, by the way. My kids will be here at 2 o'clock. So I probably have like 5 minutes left. I don't even know. Oh, I think that this is the most live viewers I've ever had. Because, I mean, I get a lot of views on the replays. But I don't think I've ever had more. Oh, I had 5. Oh, there I have 5 again. So this is the most I've ever had watching me live. So that's good. That means that even though my videos are always a disaster, people are still watching, so that's good. All right, so that's, I'm going to go ahead and put this down on there. Oh, I should probably glue it down first, glue this piece down first, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm just going to stick it right there. And then we've got our little balloon inside the die cut. So I love it. And then I'm going to glue this. And then we'll stamp a sentiment and put it on. And then we'll be done. So, crazy Super Bowl last night, huh? The Cowboys were not in it, and I was still angry about that. Thanks, refs. So I was not remotely interested, because I have no interest in either of the teams that were playing. So at halftime, we were like, this is boring. Let's watch Legends of Tomorrow. So we put on our nerdy show. I said nerdy, not dirty. We put on our nerdy show, in case you don't know what Legends of Tomorrow is. Put on our nerdy show, and Frank looked on Twitter during one of the commercials or something, and he said, oh, apparently the game has gotten exciting. So we turned it on, and it was 30 seconds left, and it was tied at 28. And we were like, ooh, this is interesting. And so that was a crazy ending. So if you're an Atlanta fan, I'm sorry. That was kind of sad for y'all. I nothing both of the teams, so I did not care either way. But it was really a fun finish if you're not invested in either team. That was terrible, Sarah. Okay, let me see. Let me line this up better with the top. I have a stamp positioner tool that I would usually use for this, but it's just more stuff on my desk when I'm trying to film. So let me try this again. Yeah, that was crazy. Oh, and then someone set off fireworks in our neighborhood, which made me really mad, because, I mean, they already do it on New Year's, Christmas, 4th of July, the 10 days before the 4th of July, 10 days after the 4th of July. So it's really irritating. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to stick a rhinestone right there just to cover that up. And so I was like, really? It's not like it was the Cowboys, so I don't even know why you're setting off fireworks right now. I kind of think it was just any excuse to set off fireworks. Okay, so I used the triple banner punch. Basically, you can banner between 2 inches or up to 2 inches just to flag the ends of it. I didn't want too much off because I want that cloud on there. Oh, you know what? That's not a smudge. That's a period. You soar above the rest. I said it. I didn't. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so I'm sorry if you are an Atlanta Falcons fan, because that was kind of sad. But, But it was interesting anyway. What else? Oh, my baby, my 16-month-old, has finally decided that she walks now. So that's all she's doing. She's not crawling much anymore at all. So she took the longest of any of my kids to kind of take to walking. She's been taking steps since she was a year old, but she just did not have any interest. So, but now she's walking everywhere. But it's kind of sad because she skipped that toddler stage where she's like falling all over everything, because I guess since she waited so long, she's just steadier. And so now it's kind of, this is a little bit sad. It's all over everything. That's always fun. Okay, so you soar above the rest. Congratulations. I love that card. I hope you like it. I'm going to do the inside real quick. I want to show you, I mean, really all it takes to finish the inside of a card, and you don't have to finish the inside, but it balances them a lot better so they stand up on a person's mantle better, or wherever they want to put it. Because usually if you send a handmade card, they're going to keep it out for a while and show it off and appreciate it a little longer. So I'm just going to stamp a cloud here and maybe a couple more other places. One more up here. Yeah, so you don't have to, but it balances it better for standing up. It also, it just makes it look a lot more finished and a little more professional. Not necessary. But when you have black card, I mean, for white pen, fine. Oh, I dropped it on my block and got orange ink, so that's me. So, but I like to finish all of my cards now. So, but all I did was just, I have a piece of Whisper White, and I just stamped 3 clouds and glue it inside, and then I'm done. So it takes almost no time at all to finish the inside of your card. So I really recommend doing it because it's you get an extra little wow factor. They open it and go, oh. And while we're on the subject of that, go ahead and also finish off your envelopes. I stamped the outside of my envelopes. So on this one, I was trying to grab an envelope, but I guess I don't. They stay over in a drawer. So I guess I don't have one. But I would stamp like a balloon and a cloud on the envelope, probably on the back side or something. So maybe on the front, I don't know. So anyway, that's that card. And thanks for joining me today. I'm glad that I got people on here, even though I ended up doing it an hour later than the scheduled time. So I'll be back here next Monday at 12:30 Central. And I'll put up links to all the stuff I talked about. And I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.